guys, this Bola Tinubu matter is not going to go away. He's not going to go away at all. And when you hear Festus Keyamo coming out with his full chest, saying something back and forth. He talked about his academic, that he didn't attend primary school, that he just did it at home. He was just shouting on top of his voice and what have you. People have said many things. You hear Body George coming out to tell us who this man is really, but a lot of people say they don't care. And if I tell you they don't care, I don't think people should even be bothered about how things are going on in this country, because people always come out and say, oh, politicians, that is just how politicians' life is. It's just all about politics. Then you are complaining about your own life too. That means you should just take it as politics. Nobody should be complaining, because when you see things that are not right, things are going the way they ought not to go, and you still come out with your full chest and be defending and be saying all manner of things, because the foundation of this country is faulted. And we talk about all these presidential candidates that have come out, their baggages that we have seen. A lot of people know them, we know the truth about it, but because the system is rotting, those who that these are real criminals, thieves, because of familiarity, because of man no man, because you have money, they turn everything upside down. Even our judiciary is not clean. We know it. Especially when you have a government that is not sincere. If they want to go about any issue, they go with their full chest and they do it well. But if you are not in their good book, sorry is your name, and they will use it to shine. Like I said, all the presidential candidates, they have their baggages left, right, and center. But people are now weighing the one that is, looking at the one that is more lighter. Okay, maybe your baggage, if we can, we'll be able to carry it. This issue of Bola Tinubu, of course, it is a known fact. Everybody is a known issue, whether it is a fact or whatever. But the ones that I know is a known fact is the issue of bullion van. But even at that they are even using that koro with our very eyes that we saw it. They are turning it upside down. They are saying it didn't happen. So how do you justify that? How do you come to terms with that kind of situation? There was a time, I think about 3 weeks ago, last month, there's this blogger they call a gist lover. He usually go after celebrities, exposing them. Later he started talking about some pastors and what have you, exposing them. And people have been accusing him, oh, all this debt, and you don't even talk about politicians that have brought rot into the system. Because when you say somebody has done something and done XYZ, the best thing is for the police to take charge and see what happens, if the person can be sued to court. But because of the system also, and who are the people who brought problem to the system? It's the same politicians, it's the same government, and you don't talk about them. Maybe it was just moved. Some people say, hey, they don't even know whether he's a woman or she's a man or whatever, but they just know that the person has been hiding behind keyboard. He has been exposing a lot of things, and most of the time those things that he talks about or she talks about, they become the reality. And again, the guy come upon Tinubu's case, and this issue of Tinubu, he gave us the history. Majority of the things that he said concerning Tinubu, they are in the public domain. There, if you ask go and ask a body judge, he will tell you there's other people. A lot of people have said most of the things that this lover is saying concerning Tinubu, but the one that is really coming out the more, because when you talk about corruption, you talk about properties left, right, and center, alpha, beta, and all of that, people know all of those things. But the one that is giving a lot of people concern, and some people say they've heard about it, is this issue of Bola Tinubu, that the real Bola Tinubu is dead. His own name, this Bola Tinubu that we all know, who happened to be the former governor of Lagos State, his name is Amoda. His name used to be Amoda. And how the whole thing came about, this Bola Tinubu was the daughter of the former Iyaloja, the Iyaloja that adopted Jagaban. And because of this, they were into drugs and what have you. The brother of this the Mogaji or Iyaloja that adopted Tinubu that we are talking about, is a brother was a police officer, and the brother's daughter name was Bola Tinubu, and she died. She died, and that was how they gave Bola Tinubu this Jagaban, this Amoda that we are talking about, that they are now calling Bola Tinubu. Kolobi the guest name, because she had a American passport, and in those days it used to be very very easy for you to just go, because of the drugs deal that, according to this gist over the information he gave or she gave concerning how they were doing drug and what have you, and they lured Tinubu, that is now Jagaban. His original name is Amoda Ogunlere or something, according to what we heard, because they are telling us he didn't go to primary school, he didn't go to secondary school, but his parents were from Iragbaji. From Iragbaji in Osun State, they moved to Oyo State. From Oyo State, according to, he went to primary school. From that, after then, he left his parents in Oyo and came to Lagos, in Lagos Island, and that was where this woman was domiciled, the Iyaloja then, the Mogaji, and he was working for him and all of that, and he just saw him that he useful too, and that was how the whole thing came about. But the issue now is that the real Bola Tinubu is dead. The Bola Tinubu that is parading himself, his real name is Amoda Ogunlere, and people are now blowing it out more than it used to be, because we were talking about all this alpha beta property left, right, and center. You know the issue of Oriental Hotel. He said he's not the owner of the Oriental Hotel, that he brought investors to do that and all of that. Those ones are still ongoing. So everything, most of the things concerning this man is shrouded in secrecy. The issue of Oriental Hotel in Lagos, they are still dragging that one. Which one are you going to say this man is clean from? And people will tell you that, oh, he paid my children's school fees, he paid my hospital bill, then because of that, and we have a lot of people who have done one or two things. There's nobody in this life that has not helped one or two persons. So because of that, you now say, oh, because of that, yeah, okay, this position, it is for you. Let us come and repay you back. Every other person must fall in line. It doesn't work like that. How many things will APC and their chief spokesperson, how many things are they going to be defending now? Because those things are just too many. The same way they say, oh, forget about what's being said about Buhari. See where we are today. He does not even talk to anybody. He does not even come out to have one-on-one talk, heart to Nigerians. He doesn't care. They're just even warming up to just live by 2023. All the lies, everything. We saw it. Some people were telling us that Buhari was not healthy. They say, who you be, this and that. At the end of the day, we know how many months he spent in hospitals with the taxpayers' money, and yet he couldn't even have the mindset to even to build hospital befitting one of that. Sometime last year or early this year, we were told that they were going to build whether 16 beds, whatever, with how many billions. Up till now, we have not even seen anything. And those ones, if they build it, it's not going to be for common man. It's not going to be for common man. So at the end of the day, people still want us to enter this whole thing. I just pray that Nigerians' voices will be louder, because you can't tell us to sweep all of these things under the carpet, that nothing they happen. But when things begin to happen, everybody will be crying, just like we are still crying. We have not even been able to escape this one that we are into. We are bringing another person, somebody whose record is not just straight. It's just unfortunate. How many things are the spokesperson going to be defending? Shitu is there. Are they Adebayo Shitu? Whether it's the spokesperson, I don't know, because they gave themselves many positions. Keyamo is speaking on his behalf. Other one will be shining his eyes like what I don't understand. You can see truth like this, and they will be covering it up. It's just unfortunate. So the real Tinubu is dead, and she was a woman. A woman. How can somebody just have, there's a stage you get to, nobody is perfect. There's a stage you get to, just say, oh, this is I know I put them behind me, let me just move on, let me just have a clean record. But no, that is not what it is in this man's case. If you had gone home, go and be doing your own thing. But in as much you are coming out to the public domain, all your whatever will be dogged out. You can't escape it. They say leave him alone. No, it cannot be left alone. You cannot be left alone. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.